What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Goin Solo. This episode concentrates on the keyboards, more specifically, virtual keyboards. I do not own a real piano or real organ or real synthesizer, but I do have many virtual instruments I can play in Logic Pro, and I'm going to show off some of that today. Keyboards are not a main instrument for me by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not nearly as skilled on a keyboard as I am on a guitar or a drum set, and I wouldn't say that I'm the most skilled in the world on those either, but I can bang out a basic accompaniment on one of these keyboards using an array of virtual instruments to help give a little extra spice, seasoning, or texture or depth to a recording. It really fills things out, and I'm going to show off some of that stuff right now. First, my very favorite, the Steinway Grand Piano. Logic has a fantastic organ. This is an emulation of the Hammond B3 organ. Almost every real-life setting on a B3 organ is adjustable in this emulation, including playing around with the speaker cabinet. For those who weren't aware, the old organs had that beautiful, warbly, vibrating sound because there were actually drums and horns rotating inside the speaker cabinet around the speaker, causing the sound to fly all around the room as you're playing. That's slow. Let's turn it to fast. Or perhaps maybe you'd like to get your 1980s on with a little bit of synthesizer. Moving right along with something else that has a little bit of 1980s flair. This is a third-party virtual instrument called Addictive Keys, and this is a 1980s-ish electric piano with about 1.5 million different settings. Putting the computer through a lot here with all these virtual instruments running at once. That usually doesn't happen. As much as I like playing guitar and drums, this is still one of my favorite things to do is play around with all the virtual instruments that Logic has built in. You don't even have to buy anything, just have a keyboard. After getting all cinematic with some strings, you can even play some horns. And when need be, this can actually play the drums too. The electronic drum controller from the electronic drum episode does the exact same thing that this USB keyboard does, so I can actually load up that drum plug-in and play the drums on this keyboard as well. It's just not nearly as fun, and here in a few seconds you will see exactly why. So for this song, the keyboard part is going to consist of a relatively simple electric piano part. I don't really want to go crazy with piano or keyboards in this song, but I do want to add some air to the recording by adding some higher frequencies, some treble swirling around to really complete the texture. Now for that, I've chosen an electric piano plugin that does not come with Logic. This is a third-party plugin by a company called Waves, and it's called Electric 200. This is a direct emulation of an old 1970s Wurlitzer 200 electric piano. I absolutely love the sound of electric piano in 1970s rock and pop music, and I'm going to add some of that to this song today. And on top of giving the recording some air and that levity of the treble, I also want this to give it a haunting sound, because this is a pretty haunting song. So I will be playing that through my USB keyboard, and that's going to sound like this. The other thing that this piano is going to do is play the song's main riff during the chorus. And if you remember the main riff, it's the idea that sparked this whole song. Remember this? It's going to play that during the chorus. Now, I haven't shown off the chorus during this vlog since I'm only focusing on the one verse. So I'm going to strip this down so you can't hear the whole thing, but you will be able to hear the piano. And here's what that sounds like.
Doesn't mean you must as well.
Well, that completes the keyboard work for this song. Next time we're going to tackle the lead guitar duties. So be sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Goin Solo.